Hi everyone, Michael Wagner here again with another Tuesday tip for young writers out there, or writers of any age really. These are all on my website michaelwagner.com.au, and this one today is don't let your characters say yes or no too often. That's a strange bit of advice, but let me explain. Here's what it says on my website. Don't let your characters say yes or no too often. If you listen closely to the way people speak, and you should be doing that if you want to be a writer, you'll discover that people rarely respond to a direct question with a yes or a no. Instead, they usually answer with an explanation. Compare these replies, for example. "Have you done your homework?" Mrs. Brown asked. "No," replied Alex, compared to, "Have you done your homework?" Mrs. Brown asked. "I would have, Mrs. Brown, but my dog ate it," replied Alex, "and there was a flood in my bedroom, and my sister spilled her nail polish all over it, and..." Which character is more alive? The yes-no character or the one who answers with an explanation? If you replace most yes-no answers with explanations, your dialogue will sound much more realistic. It's a very simple thing to do. I do it usually at some point in the drafting process. I just go through all the dialogue and look for any time where I've let a character say yes or no in response to a question, a direct question. And then I try and think, well, what is the character thinking rather than saying yes or no? And I get down a rationalization or an explanation from the character rather than a straightforward yes or no answer. There are times where yes or no is the perfect answer, but there are usually times where the character's been cornered. So, a character might be trying to evade or avoid saying yes or no to an answer. So they talk around it this way, and then they talk around it that way, and then they talk around it this way, and eventually they're cornered and they actually have to say yes or no. But I save up those yes or no answers for those special occasions where the character's kind of admitting defeat, where it basically means the character has nowhere left to go. They just have to answer honestly, yes or no. Or sometimes there are other exceptions as well. There are other times where a yes or no answer is so blunt, it's funny. And so unexpected, it says a lot about the character. So that's my advice for today. Don't let your characters say yes or no too often. So go back through anything you've written recently with dialogue in it and see if you've let any characters say yes or no, and if they have, maybe try and think of a different way of responding to that direct question. You might find they spring to life a little bit more and leap off the page that little bit more. That is my Tuesday tip for this week. Hope it was helpful.